Grandpa read me a poem once that said that good fences make good neighbors. I wonder if Robert Frost ever met Mrs. Taft.
What do you want for your birthday, Chrissy?
You mean other than getting my driver's license?
Honey, you can get your driver's license yourself. What do you want us to get you?
A party.
David, stay out of it.
But we have to have a party.
Yeah. How else are we gonna get a chance to spank you?
Don't be so juvenile. That's for kids.
So what?
So? Mom, will you please tell him that 16 is hardly a kid?
16 is hardly a kid.
Yeah, well, kid or no kid, you got 16 bops on the butt coming for your birthday.
Yeah, well, just you try it.
Don't worry. We can get you. Right, Grandpa?
Well, she might be a little old for that.
Grandpa, it is her birthday.
Molly.
Okay, we'll all spank her.
Grandpa!
Yeah.
No. Shh, go on, get. Don't you bark at me. Don't you bark at me, you mangy cur.
Shut your dog up before Mrs. Taft gets on our case again.
Molly, a little sloppy there, huh?
Go on.
Put a cork in it, banana brain.
Did you get milk on yourself?
No, just my chin.
Okay. So what about this party, Chris?
Well, Jennifer had hers at Big Mike's, and she said it was a blast.
Isn't that some kind of ice cream parlor?
Yeah, some kind. They have a special room for parties, and this disco DJ. They serve these incredible things with all kinds of ice cream and fruit and...
Sounds like expensive.
I think you're right. Well, let me work on it. I'll come up with something.
Grandpa, Mrs. Taft wants to talk to you.
Very well. We'll talk to her.
Be nice. Gus, try to be nice.
We are talking about noise pollution.
Beg your pardon?
That house of yours is a major contributor to noise pollution. This used to be a nice, quiet neighborhood.
Well, madam, you seem to be the one making most of the noise.
First of all, it was those kids with the skateboards and the yelling and their loud music till all hours. And that dog came along barking all the time. Do you have any idea what that sounds like?
Do you have any idea what you sound like? You made my point now, madam. Make your own.
My point, sir, is that is a vicious animal, and I have a feeling that you will not be happy until he bites me.
I don't want him to bite you. I got nothing against this dog.
David, get it together. Let's go. Come on.
See you later, Grandpa.
He's liable to grow up to be just like you.
He might at that. Good day to you.
Poor thing.
Mom, remember that you promised to take me driving today.
Oh, okay. I will pick you up after school.
Okay.
And try to think about what you want to do for your birthday.
I will, I promise.
Have to get in the budget, too, huh?
I knew there was a catch.
Hi, David. Hi, Arthur.
David, come on. Shake a leg. Let's go. Let's go, honey.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
You should have seen Grandpa tell that old Petey where to go.
Wait a minute. Come here. What did you call her?
Old Biddy.
Well, David Witherspoon.
Mom, that's what Grandpa calls her.
I don't care what Grandpa calls her. She is your elder, and you will treat her with respect. And don't ever call her anything but Mrs. Taft. Is that clear?
Yes.
What? Go on. Get your books. Go on.
Okay. My rear tire is even with this bumper. Back up slowly. Turn hard. And then turn it this way. That's good. And there. How did I do on that side?
About 3 feet.
3 feet, that's not too good.
Nope.
I better do it again.
You better do it again. Are you giving any more thought to your birthday party?
Yeah. I was thinking of inviting a bunch of my friends to go on the harbor cruise.
You mean that big paddle wheel steamer?
Uh-huh.
Well, honey, that sounds more expensive than Big Mike's.
Probably right. Scratch the harbor cruise.
You know, when I was 16, we just had a party, a regular party, no big deal. What do kids do nowadays, anyway?
mostly. We go over to somebody's house, dress up in trashy lingerie, play music real loud, and boogie till about 3 in the morning.
It's a joke. How does it look?
It's about 4 feet, Chris.
4 feet?
It's a joke. Arthur! What's going on with you? What is the problem, huh? You've got to start behaving. You hear me? Good heavens, you've been acting so strange. Mrs. Taft, are you all right?
Help me! Somebody help! Help!
Gus! Gus! There's something wrong with Mrs. Taft.
Oh, I know that.
I mean it. I just heard her scream. Mrs. Taft! Mrs. Taft!
Help me! Help me!
Taft, where are you?
I'm upstairs. In the bathroom.
We're coming!
I'm not dressed.
No, I'm not coming.
Okay. Taft? It's okay. Don't move. Don't move. You're all right. You're all right. Gotcha.
My back. Careful.
Hold on 1 second. Gus, she's okay, but she's hurt her back. You better call the paramedics.
Be careful. Be careful.
Hello, Mrs. Taft.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Devlin.
How are you feeling?
You're joking.
No.
I'm obviously in great pain, and I'm at the mercy of these furniture movers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nurse, can't you do something? These imbeciles are going to have me back in the hospital.
Don't worry, Mrs. Taft. As soon as we get you inside, you're going to be just fine.
Oh, of course. How silly of me. Oh, would you please tell your neighbor to keep that dog quiet?
Oh, you have a noisy dog?
No, the neighbor. And he doesn't make much noise. I'm talking about the dog. See, Mrs. Taft just has very sensitive ears.
Oh.
What are you going to do? You going to take care of her?
Yeah.
Well, you got your work cut out for you.
Oh, no, she's going to be fine.
Nurse!
Coming, Mrs. Taft.
Okay. She told me.
I heard it from here. Come on, walk with me.
She really threw her back out sneezing?
That's what the doctor said.
Must have been some sneeze.
I don't know. Who's the kid? Who's the little girl?
She's one of those, what do you call them? What do you call it?
Joe, if I knew what you call it, I wouldn't be asking you.
Licensed vocational nurse.
A little young to be a nurse, isn't she?
Well, she'll age.
She will if she hangs around that old pelter very long. She'll quit and go to riding motorcycles.
I like her.
The nurse.
No, Mrs. Taft.
You do, huh? You
Sure.
want to tell me about that?
I tell you, you know how Gladys gets on my nerves? Right. Sometimes when she's on one of those decorating kicks, and it gets so bad I want to go off to Tahiti, I just think of Mrs. Taft, and all of a sudden Gladys doesn't seem so bad anymore.
You got a point.
Is that your replacement?
Wow. I'm so glad to see you. That woman, I never knew anybody could talk like that. You know, I thought she was going to be like my grandma.
I'm afraid you misunderstood.
Kindly and
I live next door.
soft-spoken.
I brought this
I
by
just-
for Mrs. Taft.
Who did you say you were?
I'm the next door neighbor.
You mean the registry didn't send you?
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh, man. She better get here soon. I can't possibly stay here with that.
And you can't leave Mrs. Taft alone, can you?
She doesn't need a nurse. What she needs is a keeper. Look, I'm sorry. Do you want to come in?
No, that's all right, thank you. Give this to Mrs. Taft for me, if you would, and tell her that I'll come by and see you later.
Great. You can meet the new nurse then.
Nurse, where are you?
Hello.
Hi, darling. We're about to sit down here just in time.
Oh, looks good.
Is that young nurse still over there?
No, she's not. She and Mrs. Taft had a falling out.
Uh-huh.
Mrs. Taft has asked for a different nurse, but apparently there's a long waiting list.
I see.
Well, then who's going to take care of her now?
I think that falls to us.
Oh, you do?
Well, there really is nobody else.
Something doesn't work right.
Well, it is. You know, sometimes people like to do things for themselves. It has to do with their dignity.
Well, I realize that, and I also realize that Mrs. Taft has been kind of a thorn in your backside for a lot of years, but she's our neighbor, and she's alone, and she does need some help. And we are equipped to provide that care. I mean, on a temporary basis.
You got a point.
I mean, the kids and I could handle all that.
Wait a minute. Don't I have any say in this?
Stop that. Finish your dinner. So, Gus, what do you think?
Okay, go get her.
With your blessing?
Well, I'm not in the business of giving out blessings, but we'll make it work somehow.
Well, then how are we going to know when she needs us?
Well, you could use the bell Grandpa gave me when I had my tonsils out.
Well, thank you for that idea. Although she's pretty far away, it's kind of a small little bell.
Hey, bet you I could rig something so that we can hear it.
We'll do it.
I feel so guilty you're doing all this. After all, you've got your own family to look after.
Don't you give it a second thought. Is the heating pad you wanted?
Yes. Nurse was always bringing the wrong pad. She said they were all the same.
On your shoulder.
Oh.
There you go. Okay. Easy. There. You got it.
You're sure you're not neglecting your work?
No, it's no problem at all. The kids and I have got a real good schedule all worked out. There. How's that?
Perfect. Thank you.
Good. Okay. I'm gonna go on home and check on the babies, and if you need anything at all, you just give that a yank and we'll come running.
Thank you. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
Oh, if I get to be too much of a burden, you'll let me know?
Sure. You won't be a burden.
David? David!
He's already over there.
Well, why is the cockeyed bell still ringing?
Oh, man. Can you and Chris go this time? Grandpa, I've been over there 6 times since I got home from school.
Go again.
Chris is over at Carrie's and I don't start for another 15 minutes.
Well, where's Mom?
She's at the store. Will you get on your horse? Go.
What did Mrs. Taft need this time?
Foot powder. Will you please go?
Grandpa, I thought it was her back.
Just go. Now.
Hey, Mom, how's it going?
Well, she's fine. I gave her dinner. Where's Chris?
She's finishing the dishes.
By herself?
Hey, I washed.
Well, David...
Hi, Mom.
Hey,
Hi,
you
sweetie
look
girl.
tired.
I am tired. I thought I'd go upstairs for a while and maybe catch a nap. Can you guys cover for me?
Yeah, I'll take the next bell.
You gotta walk your dog, you know.
I'll walk him.
Listen, Mom, why don't you pack it in for the night? I mean, we can cover from here.
Oh, you couldn't
No,
possibly...
really, Mom, we can do it.
Well, you talked me into it. All right. Thanks. David, when you see Mrs. Taft, ask her what she'd like to have for breakfast.
Okay. I'll take care of breakfast, Mom. Why don't you sleep in for a change? I got it.
Come on, Arthur.
It's my boy. And you.
Yeah.
Good night, miss.
Good night.
I love you very much. There
Bye,
you go.
Arthur.
Some kids I got, huh?
Right. Well, they do come from good stock.
Good night, Gus.
Good night, Pumpkin. Sleep tight.
She's gonna wear herself out.
She volunteered.
There's another way, you know.
I know.
Careful, don't bump that corner. Morning, Mr. Witherspoon.
How's it going?
Going okay, Joe. Just fine. Get some coffee, sit down.
Well, good. I'm glad everything is working out with Mrs. Taft here and all that.
Everything is working out with Mrs. Taft in the house. All I gotta do is stay out of my own living room. But I can do that. Friend in need.
Gus, I can give you something to deal with this.
Is this more of that babble from your psychic? Because if it is, I don't want to hear it.
Gus, this'll be good for you. All you need is a mantra. You repeat it to yourself every time you have to deal with her.
A mantra?
Right.
For Mrs. Taft?
Sure.
No, thanks.
No. Hostility is not good. It muddies the mind. It clouds the senses, Gus. What's that?
I don't hear anything.
The ringing.
That's Mrs. Taft.
Remember the mantra.
Well, I thought you'd forgotten about me.
I'm here, aren't I?
I'd like a little more iced tea if it's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all.
With a lemon.
Of course, Lemon.
Living alone, I'd forgotten how nice it is to have somebody around to help. Jesse's a decided improvement in your household.
I can't argue with that, madam.
Well, that'll be the first time. Gus Witherspoon, if you've got something to say, just come out and say it. Can't make me feel worse than I already do.
You're a selfish old woman, you know. And you sneezed your way into my house here because my daughter-in-law has the heart of Bambi. Now, I'm putting up with this arrangement just to keep my daughter-in-law and her kids to keep from tripping over themselves serving you. But it doesn't change the fact, madam. You're a selfish old woman. You want lemon in your tea, you say? Well?
Fine.
David! Stop bouncing that ball against the wall. Sorry, Mom!
So, what are you gonna get her?
I don't know. Let me think about it.
These dumb things don't work right.
Come on. Molly, they work fine.
You are so dense. Of course they work for you. You're right-handed, and you're cutting up my collage.
Thought any more about your birthday party?
Yeah, I heard about this great party that Shelley had. And they had hot air balloons and...
Wait a minute, hot air balloons? Come down to earth. What happened to a nice party at home?
It's just that you hear how special your 16th birthday is supposed to be.
It is special. Because you're turning 16 years old. Not because you're doing something special to celebrate it. Keep on thinking. I'm gonna be late. I'll see you later.
No, I'm staying over at Tracy's tonight. We have to study for that biology test.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I have to agree with your mother. It's not what you do, but how you do it that counts.
Mrs. Taft, I didn't realize you were there.
Afraid so. I hope my being here isn't messing up the plans for your party.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. I don't really have plans except to get my driver's license.
I made a perfect score on my last driver's test.
Mrs. Taft, would you mind helping me out?
Well, I haven't got anything else to do. And, I do hate being such a bother without doing something to earn my keep.
Mrs. Taft, you're not a bother. No, I don't want just a party. I want this birthday to be really special.
My 16th was special.
Well, it must have been if you remember. I mean that...
I know what you meant. And you're right. But I do remember my 16th birthday. I went to an ice cream social, and this barbershop quartet sang "When You Were Sweet 16" to me. And I was kissed for the first time by Avery Perkins. Cutest boy that ever walked on 2 feet.
Really?
Really. Crossed my heart. Sweet 16 and never been kissed. I guess ice cream socials and barbershop quartets are pretty old-fashioned nowadays.
Maybe not. It's just, I've already been kissed.
Well, I should hope so. Okay. What is the speed limit in a school zone? That dog is a public nuisance.
The dog's not out in the public, madam. He's here in our home.
What difference does it make? A person in my condition could have a heart attack because of that fool dog.
Arthur didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, he's just a dog.
If you ask me, a muzzle would be appropriate.
Then why don't you put one on, my dear?
Oh, I see. So that's how you treat your house guests.
House guest, is it?
Oh, I think we should all just go ahead and try to get a little more sleep, huh?
David, put old Arthur in the garage for the night.
Grandpa?
Put him away, David. Good.
I'll be right up. Now, Mrs. Taft, can I get you anything at all?
No, don't worry about me. I'll fall back to sleep eventually. I'm not at all sure this is going to work.
Me neither.
You're gonna have to sleep in here now. I'll tell you what. I'll leave the door open a little bit in case you want some air. Okay? Good night.
A little coffee would be nice.
I'm gonna get you, Molly.
You are not.
Molly!
Hey, what's going on here? Hey, hold it. What's going on?
She started it.
Well, I'm going to finish it. Now go out there and let your dog out. He'd probably be glad to see you by now. Go on. You can help me fix breakfast.
Arthur! Arthur, come on! Arthur, where are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Mrs. Taft would like some breakfast if it's
I know.
not
If it's not too much trouble.
trouble. Yeah.
Arthur's run away. He got out of the garage. I looked everywhere.
Oh, dear. David?
Well, we better look out for this dog. Come on, we better go
Don't
find this
put that in
animal.
the orange juice. Come on. I'll get the car. I'll drive around.
I'll check around the neighborhood and see if anyone's seen him.
Molly and I'll check O'Donnell. You guys go and spring.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Gus? David? Anybody home? Did somebody find Arthur? Well, Mrs. Taft, you're feeling better. And so soon. I think you owe me an explanation.
I think I do too, but I'm not sure you'll understand it even when you hear it.
Why don't you try me?
Have you ever heard of a young biddy or a little young lady from Pasadena? No. No, you haven't. Nobody has. It seems what makes those phrases silly or laughable is that they're about old people.
I'm not sure what this has to do with the fact that you're getting better and never telling anybody about it. I thought you wanted to leave here as soon as possible.
So did I. Then I began to realize how much I missed something that I hadn't had in a very long time. Life. People running up and down stairs, yelling, bickering, even Mr. Witherspoon's grumping around. I'll bet that there are a lot of times that you wish you had just a few days to yourself, just to be silent and sort of sort things out. Huh?
Yes, there are.
Well, days go by in that house of mine when I realize I haven't spoken to another living soul. Sometimes I pick up the telephone and call the time lady just to hear a human voice. Maybe that's why I picked fights with Mr. Witherspoon, just to get some life.
Oh, Mrs. Taft. You know, it's very odd to have this conversation and not even know your first name.
Virginia.
Hello, Virginia.
Hello, Jessie.
Let me freshen your coffee for you.
Jessie, I'd appreciate it if I could stay here for a few more days. It'll take me a little time to get things in place.
In place for what?
I'm going to sell my house and move myself to a retirement home.
Virginia, you don't have to do that. You're not...
Jessie, I know you mean well, but you're not going to do me any favors trying to talk me out of this one. There is one thing you can do.
Of course, what is it?
Will you have a cup of coffee with me?
Sure, I will. I'll be right back.
tone, the time will be 3:33 and 10 seconds. At the tone, the time will be 3:33 and 20 seconds.
Sure is pouring. What do you think Arthur's eating for dinner?
I'm sure he's fine, David. He always finds something to eat somewhere. Come on over here and finish your own dinner.
David, don't worry. The pound said that they would call if they found Arthur.
Old Arthur, he's gonna do just fine. He's probably just out looking for a little romance anyway. He knows the way home.
He probably thinks he's gonna get locked in the garage until old Mrs. Taft gets out of here.
Watch the way you talk about Mrs. Taft, please.
Well, the boy's right, you know. I mean, Mrs. Taft should be going on home.
I spoke to Mrs. Taft today. She's feeling better.
Good.
She'll be leaving here soon.
Good.
Finally.
And checking into a retirement home.
What's a retirement home?
It's an old folks' home, Button. Where old people go when they're about used up.
But Mrs. Taft isn't that old.
We don't think so. But she thinks so. And she's the person making the decision.
Had to put a friend of mine in one of those one time. I'm gonna go for a walk.
Oh, because it's pouring out there.
I know, honey. I'll see you later.
I think the fresh air will do you a lot of good.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
no good being cooped up inside.
Ah.
And it's a little breezy out here, too, sometimes.
Hi, Molly. Jesse, Mrs. Taft, how you doing?
Hi, Mr. Kaplan.
Morning.
No, Arthur?
No, not so far, Molly. I'm sorry.
Where's Grandpa?
He told me that he had some shopping to do, and look at this, will you? Here's his newspaper. He's so worried about Arthur, he didn't even give himself a chance to read it. Think fast, Snickle Fritz.
Good catch. Whoops.
Hey, that was a good catch, Molly. Yeah, not too many people could catch a fast one from a southpaw like that. You did good. You did real good.
You left-handed?
You bet. Best thing that ever happened to me.
Why is it the best thing?
Because it makes you unique. You get to shop for things that other people don't get to shop for. Special scissors, golf clubs. You're able to stand out in a crowd of people.
Really?
Yeah, sure. You know that scientists say that left-handed people are more creative? I don't know. Sounds good to me.
Me too. I get these really good ideas that nobody else gets.
I do too. And sometimes people don't understand them. Like sometimes even Gus doesn't understand my ideas. Maybe another southpaw would. What do you think about that, Molly?
Well, you could tell me your ideas.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd
Hey,
be
everybody,
very
look what I
good.
found! Wait, guys, we got hit by a skunk or something. A skunk?
He did. Oh, David.
Tomato juice. Wash him in tomato juice. It's the only thing that'll cut the smell.
Oh, take him around. Let's go. Come on.
Come
I've got a lot of tomato juice in the pantry. Let's go get it.
Back here.
Well, now, Jess says you're selling out and moving on.
That's right.
Good. I guess it's just as well.
Did you stop on your way into the house just to pick on a feeble old lady?
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't. Matter of fact, I brought you a few things to carry to that old folks' home with you. Here you have your denture stickum for your teeth. Brought you some prunes for your, well, you know. I'm not going to do this to you, Mrs. Taft.
Do what?
I'm not going to say these things to you.
Gus Witherspoon, you're weakening.
Yeah. Then again, people do that when they get older, don't they? I mean, they weaken and they lose their eyesight and they can't eat corn off the cob anymore. Heck, lots of things happen that they hadn't figured on, don't they?
You talking about you or me?
If the shoe fits, Mrs. Taft. If the shoe fits.
Why would you say a thing like that to me?
Well, I was trying to pick a fight with you. I was trying to get you to show a little spunk. Then I had a horrible thought.
Which was?
I thought, what if she doesn't fight? Or if she just sits there and takes it? What if she just gives up? And I thought I didn't want to part with you like that after all these years. With you just sitting there, looking worn out and pitiful.
All right, Gus.
Like a tired old creature. With your bathrobe and slippers looking like a poorhouse nail.
I am not going to be talked to that way.
Not for long, anyway. You're going off to the old folks' home, aren't you?
In a pig's eye. I've lived here as long as you have, and I am going to live here a whole lot longer. And if that makes your life miserable, then hooray.
Good boy. He's a good Arthur. He's a good boy. Yeah. That bad skunk's got hit.
I missed you so
It's
much.
gonna be nice and clean. Yeah. Whoopee.
Ever do that again?
Tomato juice, huh? Old Big Shot there got it tangled up with a skunk?
Sure did.
Well, glad to see you back.
I know, it's good news.
I got some other good news. Looks like Mrs. Taft isn't going away after all. Looks like maybe we're going to get our neighbor back. Well, you better get the car keys. We're going to be late.
Okay.
Grandpa. These are the keys to your car.
They're for you.
Does this mean that I get to drive your car whenever I want?
You can use it.
All right.
Happy birthday, my dear. Happy birthday.
Okay, let's go. We'll be late for our reservation.
Thank you. Wait a minute. Does this mean that I get to drive to the restaurant?
Why not?
Means I walk.
Go get your brother. Go get your brother.
Chris Witherspoon, please.
Chris. Yes?
May we come in?
Well, yeah.
In honor of your special day, we sing this little tune.
A special birthday greeting.
For Chrissy Witherspoon. I love you as I never loved before.
Never loved before.
Since first I met you on the village green.
On the village green.
Come to me ere my dream of love is
Dream of love is o'er.
I love you as I love you. when you were sweet, when you were sweet 16. Happy birthday from Mrs. Taft.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, she asked that we sing a song for Mr. Witherspoon.
Grandpa, come
Hey, my birthday. And nuts to you. And nuts to you.
Now, stay tuned for Encounters with the Unexplained, next on PAX TV.
You might find the time to help Hannah Mae brush up on her map.
I take the bus here.
So do I.
Yeah? Well, my whole trip is uphill.
She has this act. Just because she's poor and lives in a crummy section of town.
Got some problems. Might have a chance to help her out some.
I don't think he wants me snooping around this file cabinet.
Why do you say that?
It had this year's test in it.
How would you like to find yourself in need of surgery and find the fellow that's holding the knife cheated his way into medical school?
One of my teachers told us that all men are created equal. I wasn't so sure about that, so I asked Grandpa. He said it's true, but that the starting lines all felled up.
Grandpa, why does the bathwater go around and around in a circle when it goes down the drain?
I don't know, honey. It's always been a mystery to me. Maybe it has a good idea where it's going to wind up, and it doesn't want to get there. Your hair looks beautiful this morning.
Well, David says that in Australia, the water goes around in the opposite direction.
Sure, Australia's down under.
Then how do they keep the water in the tub in the first place, smarty pants?
Good morning.
Good morning. Water is not my favorite subject today. Gus, I suppose you can do something about the pipes upstairs. They rattle and spewed all night long.
It's on my list, huh? I'll fix it. It's just a little pressure buildup.
Okay.
Now, have you got a hot date?
No, but I'm in a hurry.
Yeah. What's up?
Well, I'm supposed to meet Mr. D'Angelo before class.
Oh, Chris is in trouble.
No such luck, kiddo. Mom, he's a counselor that I helped out on career day, remember?
Oh, sure. Sure, the fellow with the bow tie.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with him?
I don't really know.
Well, you got to eat more than that.
Why? This is all I need. They have vending machines. Bye.
Honey, they don't have good food in vending machines.
Mom, which way is the water going? That way or that way?
It's not going either way. It's sitting real still. Gus, you better put this on the list.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I get my friend Kaplan. We'll fix it.
So I think the Rossfield Scholarship is your best bet. Good morning, Chris.
Hi.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's all right. I was looking at all the college guides.
Hannah Mae, this is Chris Witherspoon.
Hi.
I think she can be a big help in this.
How's it going?
Fine.
Listen, you want to get me out of the shade, you ought to call me Smokey.
Smokey. I like that.
Yeah, well, Hannah Mae. I mean, can you blame me?
Chris, Hannah Mae is transferred to us from out of state. She'll be in our honors program.
Oh. Well, then you'll be in some of the same classes as me.
Oh, that's okay by me. Just take a lot of notes, would you?
And whereas you've set your sights on the Air Force Academy, Hannah Mae has decided to pursue a career in medicine.
Surgery. Go for the big bucks.
Yeah, it takes pretty big bucks to get that far.
Well, now you know my problem. Ask beggars for loans.
I've recommended that Hannah Mae gear up for the Rossfield competition. That's a full pre-med scholarship.
That sounds great to me. But I'm not sure why you need me here.
Numbers.
Numbers.
Never took to him.
There's a weakness in Hannah Mae's educational background in the area of mathematics. One of your strong suits, Chris.
I figure you're going to be a surgeon. You ought to learn to cipher 6 figures real quick.
Chris, I thought you might be able to find time to help Hannah Mae brush up on her math.
Well, look, that's really flattering, but I'm worried, though, about some physics projects coming
Well,
up.
I'll ask Mr. Sears to allow you some leeway there.
What do you say?
Oh, come on. I'll pay you back someday. Give you a free tuck and lift.
Now, Gus, you think you got the right wrench there?
I got the right wrench, Joe.
Why don't I go out in the garage and see if there's a bigger one?
This is the right wrench.
All right.
Just these old pipes are stuck together. Hand me the bowl.
Here.
All right, here we go.
Gus, it's not draining.
I see that, Joe. I see that.
Well, what are you going to do?
Stock it with trout.
So, you're like a trustee around here.
A what?
You know, like in the pokey. I mean, you're in and out of offices, and D'Angelo's putting in the fix with your physics teacher. Sounds to me like you're the lead possum.
Well, I help out sometimes, but a lot of the kids do.
Oh, yeah? Not where I'm from.
Oh, and where's that?
Arkansas originally, then Oklahoma, now out in the Tulies.
Where?
About a cornfield and 2 swamps past the tracks. I take the bus here.
So do I.
Yeah? Well, my whole trip is uphill. Listen, how do you want to work this tutoring thing? Let's avoid my place.
Fine. Come to my house then.
Sounds like hog heaven.
So, now what are you going to do?
You tell me. You're the plumbing expert.
Plumbing expert? What gave you that idea?
Well, then you tell me you were handy with plumbing.
Oh, I said I once owned a lot of pipes. Meerschaum and corncob and so forth when I was still smoking. So what are you going to do about stopping the knocking in your pipes?
Well, if you'll hand me that wrench, and if it's all right with you, I'll turn the water off first.
It's all right with me. I don't know anything about plumbing. No.
There we go.
Hey, what would a plumber do about that? Gus.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hey, guys. You want a cold drink?
Yeah, could you get me a glass?
Don't you just spoil your dinner now.
We won't.
David? Mm-hmm. How's your report on Egypt coming?
If I was in charge of the pyramids, they'd still be building.
I'll help you if you want, David.
Thanks, Corporal. What do you know about Egypt?
Probably a lot.
You think so, huh? How come?
Well, because I probably know things I don't even know I know.
Excuse me.
Because I'm gifted. You gave us these tests last week. IQ tests.
IQ?
Probably. Anyway, they were really cinchy. Mostly you just drew lines and mazes and picked out shapes and stuff.
And you think you did pretty well, huh?
I know I did. Gretchen Wells saw the scores. Next to mine said gifted, she told me.
Oh, great. Chris is tutoring geniuses, and now Molly's an Einstein.
So, you're gifted, huh?
Yeah, my name was at the top of the list.
That's Smokey. I'll get it.
Good luck out there. Listen, you two. I want to hear some quiet around this house tonight. You give Chris a break.
I thought I'd settle down with a good book.
I don't know if I could take this.
Why don't you just change all the fractions to decimals? I think it'd be easier that way.
Well, you could, yeah. Ooh, you pick up fast.
Well, you just got a way of laying them down that makes them easy to grab.
Hi there. Who's thirsty?
We are. Mom, Grandpa, I want you to meet Hannah Mae Dawson, a.k.a. Smokey.
Hi, Smokey. Hi. Chris says you're from out of town.
Yeah, we got real tired of Arkansas, so we felt we'd try our luck out here. This is a nice house you got here, Mr. Witherspoon. It's nice and big. Plenty of places to hide. Someone wanted to.
Nobody here wants to hide. How's your math coming?
Well, it's pretty tough, but we're chipping away at it.
We're having dinner in about half an hour. Will you join us?
No, ma'am. My mom's got dinner waiting for me at home.
All righty. Well, then, when you're all done, Gus can give you a ride home.
Oh, save your gas. I can hitch it.
I bet you can. We'll give you a ride anyway, honey.
Yeah, Smokey, just let my grandfather take you, and I'll go with you.
Okay.
Good. Well, me and Chris will see you to the door.
Yeah, I'm a big girl. I can do it.
I know it, but we'll see you to the door anyway.
Got it.
Smokey, is that you? I've been worried, sugar. Oh, my. You must be the Witherspoons. Or Smokey told me all about the help she's getting. Come on in.
Gus Witherspoon's my granddaughter, Chrissy, and appreciate the invite, but we're going on home.
Nonsense. You're Smokey's first new friends. Let me get to know you just a little.
Mama, that room looks like it's been hit by a twister again.
Sugar, don't talk to me like that in front of company.
Have you eaten today? Thank you for the ride, and thank you very much for the first lesson.
Well, tell me all about the scholarship contest, Chris. Are you trying?
Mama, these people want to get going. Can you please leave them be?
Smokey, I am trying to entertain you. I want to hear all about the contest.
Mama!
Mrs. Dawson, I still have some homework I have to do. We better be getting back. See you tomorrow in school, Smokey.
Wow. How's it going there, Brando?
Pretty good. Did you find out what's wrong with our plumbing?
Yep. Same thing that's wrong with the rest of the world.
What's that?
Too much pressure.
Can you fix it?
Only the plumbing.
Should get started early.
Well, I've learned a lot can pass you by when you get a late start.
Bobby Sr.
So long. Oh, by the way, leave a few pretty ones for the rest of the guys, okay?
Hi, Vicki. Hi. Listen, was Smokey Dawson in your third period study class?
You mean Ma Kettle?
You wouldn't tease her if you knew her.
Give me a break. She's a character. Anyway, no, she wasn't in PE either.
Hi.
Hey, Witherspoon. Kind of tough to stay away from a garden spot like this, ain't it?
Are you okay? I mean, you weren't in school. Well, you weren't sick or anything. I brought a math book.
Come on in.
Smokey, what's wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. You really need this, don't you?
It's okay. Just tell me what happened.
Oh, well, as usual, my mom and I were up fighting last night, then making up and fighting some more.
Where is she now?
Do you believe she's out looking for a job? She looks worse than I do today. She don't even have a prayer.
Well, what were you two fighting about?
She just won't take care of herself anymore. She stays up all night and sleeps the day away. She was drinking again yesterday, in case you didn't notice.
Smokey, your mom seems really unhappy.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. See, my dad split about a year ago. Left us in Arkansas. And, we went and chased him all the way through Oklahoma. It was stupid, because he didn't need us around. He didn't want us. So then we moved to sunny California. And everything was supposed to be just peachy.
So far, it's not.
She don't need me going after a scholarship. See, she needs me looking for a job.
No, Smokey. Don't you see? This is a way out of this place for both of you.
She needs me in this house, tending her, and that's all she needs.
Being your mother's babysitter doesn't solve anything.
Oh, really? How do you know? Your mom brings you iced tea at night. Well, my mom can't do that, see? All my mom does is cry. Don't really matter anyway, because I'm not going to do well enough on that scholarship test. Make it into the 3rd grade.
Oh, so you just give up? Without even looking at the exam file?
What?
Mr. D'Angelo keeps a file of all his old exams in his office for the students to look at. Won't you give it that much of a chance? For your mom and yourself?
Boy, you get on a scent and you're tough to stop. What's to lose?
Hello.
Hi. Well, the water's gone. Where'd they put the sink?
It's on the back patio. They had to take it clear out.
Guess we're about to run out of dishes.
No, I got some. But I tell you, this job is turning into a real nightmare.
Hi, Candy Face. How's school?
Easy. And I got extra credit for helping Mrs. Vandermeulen with science posters.
Well, good for you.
What's this you got here?
My spelling test.
2 stars and a smiling face? Is that good?
Grandpa, that means it's perfect. And I even had some contraptions.
Wouldn't. I guess that's a contraption.
Yes.
Thanks, Mom. This is great. I don't care if we ever get a sink.
You will care when you start paying for this kind of stuff.
You know what Jack said?
No.
He said that in Asia, monkey brains are a real delicacy.
Said that, huh?
David, don't be gross. We're trying to eat here.
Who's Jack? The plumber. He's seen it all.
Want a fortune? One, just one.
Grandpa, he has. Did you know that if you're being charged by a rhino, you should stand still? Because they're so blind, they'll probably miss you anyway.
Oh, my goodness. And to think I would have tried to run away. Silly me. What time is Smokey coming over?
She's not. She has to stay home for a while, so we're going to meet tomorrow before class.
Of course, yeah, I'll give her some of this if you give me some of that.
Sure.
I am so proud of you for helping her out like this.
Well, she deserves a chance. Besides, I like her.
Oh, it's getting cold out here.
Oh, I can't eat that. It's got sugar in it. What's that other stuff?
You know what? Jack said that you should treat frostbite with cold water.
Okay.
Or snow if you don't have any water.
It is full of Jack. Do you know anything at all about plumbing? I mean, that's why we called him in here, right?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
Mom, can I be excused? I got a lot of homework, and after that, I'm going to hit the sack.
What's going on with you?
Nothing. I just want to get an early start tomorrow, before a lot of things have a chance to pass me by.
Okay.
I know, but that's not what I want to do, and neither does Margaret. Yeah, but it's a cartoon movie, and I don't like cartoons anymore. Yeah, well, you know, Margaret's gifted too. You're gonna have to start liking other things if we're all gonna be friends. I don't know yet, but it's not going to be a cartoon movie. Okay, bye.
Well, here's the Ross Field Scholarship Test from 3 years ago. And it's terrific. Only about half the questions are math.
Let's find last year's test. They change these things a lot.
Chris, I don't think it's going to help any.
Smokey, go check in that file cabinet.
You want me to go snooping around in Mr. D'Angelo's file cabinets?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all right. That's where he keeps all this stuff. Besides, it's open to students. Oh, it's not that file cabinet. It's the other one.
Yeah, I just found that out. I don't think he wants me snooping around this file cabinet.
Why do you say that?
Well, it had this year's test in it.
Oh, well, come on. Let's just study these.
Chris, I want you to look at that test. I mean, really look at it and tell me that I'm going to learn enough in the time I've got to come within 4 miles of passing.
Smokey, that's not fair.
Okay. Okay. I tried. Guess I'm just chasing down the wrong road. I got problems of my own to tend to. I guess that's what matters.
I forgot something back at my locker. Better go get it.
Chris, are you...
Back in 5 minutes, okay?
Hi, how you doing?
Hello, Chris.
Hi.
How's that tutoring coming along?
Oh, fine.
Keep up the good work.
Mr. D'Angelo?
What is it?
I was wondering if we'll be getting the Academy's catalog soon.
Oh, I suspect I will, Chris. They're starting to pour in. Just 1 minute there. Give me that.
Young lady, what do you think you've done? You've jeopardized your entire future education. I want you to explain to me right now what you were doing in that file cabinet. Come on, speak up. I want to know. Why were you looking at this exam?
Well, young man, how's it going?
Slow, real slow.
I know. You know, I think if you spend more time working at this and less time talking to that kid, it'd go along a lot quicker. What do you think?
Well, my talking to the boy is not the problem, and the house is. It's old. So's the plumbing.
Now let's wind this up, okay? Stop the foolishness and wind this up. Why tonight?
Gus, I wouldn't push him too far.
What are you talking about?
Well, you remember Crimshaw's roof?
What about it?
Well, he had a leak. He called the roofer. He got him all upset.
So?
So, now he's got a whole bunch of leaks.
That's his problem, Joe. It's
Gus.
not mine.
Hey, where were you? I waited out in front of school for you. Molly, if I have to walk you home, Molly, I asked you questions.
Just leave me alone, okay?
What did I do?
Nothing.
Then what?
How would you feel if one of your best friends told you you were gifted?
Oh no, here we go with the genius stuff again.
And then you found out that she lied.
I didn't know teachers were supposed to use words like that. I mean, that man was downright possessed.
Well, what's he going to do to you?
Who knows? I'll tell you one thing. I can forget about that scholarship test, that's for sure.
Smokey, tomorrow I'm going to tell him it was my idea.
I'll just go twice as crazy.
Smokey, I got to tell him that. It was my fault. I left you in there.
You mean you left me there on purpose?
You know I did.
Doesn't sound like the Chris Witherspoon I know.
Cool it, Smokey. I'm going to tell him.
You
can't take all the blame.
You do, and you can kiss the Air Force Academy goodbye. You know, that man's got some saying that, you know. Listen, you better think about what's at stake. Don't be such a chump.
So what'd you do after that?
Well, I hopped the next freighter out of there. Learned to live a lot longer when you don't mess in other people's politics.
I can't believe how lucky you are. Jumping from country to country.
Huh.
I wish I could do that.
Well, you get a little older, what's to stop you? I mean, you could visit Egypt instead of writing about it.
Don't remind me. And my friend Fred, he's doing his report out in Australia. I wish I was. It's not so old.
Well, Australia's not bad. Want to see some primitive country? Head into the outback.
The what?
It's the desert. See, they got tribes of aborigines there that have lived there.
Aborigines, they teach you your plumbing? I found this wrench in the bush. David, go on in the house and leave this fella to his work, will you please?
Well, he's not getting in the way at all.
Go on, David, beat it. You heard what I said. I guess there's no chance you're going to finish this today, huh?
Oh, well, you know, like I said, it is a big job.
Well, it wouldn't be for a plumber. You know my friend Walt Brown?
No.
He knows you. Said you started a job for him a month ago, never did finish it. Does that ring a bell? Said you were a great storyteller, but a lousy plumber. Said he wound up paying you something like $40 an hour just to hear your little
Look,
travel.
mister, I don't need to put up with this, all right?
I'm not a bit surprised.
I don't need this job. You can keep it.
Okay. How about the wrench? Can I keep that? Good day, sir.
What are you doing?
Giving these back to David.
You mean you've satisfied your thirst for knowledge?
You talked to him, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Want to talk about it?
What's to talk about?
We could talk about how you feel.
About what?
About not being in the gifted class, Molly.
I feel stupid.
Oh, honey, you're not stupid at all. My goodness gracious. Just because you're not in the gifted class does not mean you're not very, very, very intelligent.
That's not what I mean.
Come sit.
I mean I feel stupid because I went around bragging about how smart I was. And all because Gretchen had to lie about me being on that list.
Why do you suppose she did that?
She was afraid I wouldn't like her anymore.
You're going to have to explain that to me.
When she found out that she was selected for the gifted class, she was afraid I wouldn't like her anymore because she was so much smarter.
And do you?
Do I what?
Oh, Molly, it's like pulling teeth out of you. Do you want to hang around with her?
Well, of course.
It's kind of nice.
What is?
But you don't blame her for what she did.
Well, are you kidding? I mean, she's still my friend.
See what a smart girl you are.
I just never want to speak to her again.
What do you mean you cheated?
I left the room so Smokey could look at the scholarship exam.
That's not cheating, that's leaving.
That's what I thought when I did it. But then when I tried to keep the counselor away...
What?
I tried to keep the counselor from going into his office while Smokey looked at the test.
Did it work?
No, she got caught anyway.
Wow, are you in trouble?
Yeah, and I don't know what I should do about it.
Maybe you should talk to Mom about it. Or Grandpa.
You know what he's gonna say, don't you?
I think you pretty well got to confess. You got just as much blame coming as your pal.
I'm not sure that's entirely true. Chris was trying to help her friend. As far as I'm concerned, that counts for something.
It don't count with me.
Grandpa, it isn't fair. Smokey could win that scholarship by a mile if she just had a normal chance to study.
Put it this way. How would you like to find yourself in need of surgery, be wheeled in, and find the fellow that's holding the knife cheated his way into medical school?
She's not cheating her way into med school. She's trying to get some money so she can go to college. It's not the same thing.
It is to me. You keep talking about wanting to go to the Air Force Academy. You remember that envelope they sent you full of stuff?
Yes.
Was there something in there about an honor code?
Yes.
Remember what it said?
We will not lie, cheat, or steal. Nor tolerate among us anyone who does.
Look, Mr. Jackson, the faucet is old. I can't help it if it keeps leaking. Well, if that's the way you want it, fine. I don't need this job either.
Hi.
Hi, Sly. Shouldn't you be in school?
Actually, I'm heading there. Kind of.
Yeah.
Your dad's a plumber?
Was.
He taught you?
He tried.
You're lucky.
Keep telling me that. So, you need some plumbing repairs, or is this a social call?
Social, I guess.
Well, I tell my best stories when I'm working. Just ask your grandfather.
Look, just wanted to say that I'm sorry if my hanging around you kept you from doing your job.
Oh, don't worry about it. So, how's Egypt?
I finished it. Actually, I think it turned out pretty interesting. I think that's what I came to tell you.
That Egypt's interesting. Thanks.
No. That I finished my essay. I don't know. At first, it was easier just to keep avoiding it. And then I just concentrated, and it got more interesting. And then I was done.
Well, wouldn't it be nice if we could all just stay in school and write essays, huh?
Look, I'm sorry. So, how's it feel not being gifted anymore?
I'm gifted. I'm just not in the gifted class.
Right.
Mom says I'm just not that kind of gifted. But I'm glad. It was a lot of work.
Work? Being gifted was work?
Brain work. But today, Sarah and I mixed all our colors of clay together. And we just made sculptures. It was the most fun I had all week.
Oh, I don't think Grandpa's gonna like this.
Hi there, Valentino. Your grandfather home?
Well, yeah, probably, but, you know, I think he was gonna finish all the plumbing himself.
Well, think you could scare him up for me?
Okay, whatever you say.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, if I could, I'd like to apologize for something I said that wasn't exactly true.
Really? What was it, the safari, the ski jumping, or was it life with the Aborigines? And speak up, will you? I want my grandson to hear this.
All that I told the boy was true. I've been a lot of places and done a lot of things. What I wasn't telling the truth about was that I didn't need this job. I do.
You know, I'd almost bet on that.
Yeah, it's a problem I haven't quite licked yet, but one I'm going to concentrate on. My father called it a lack of purpose.
Sounds like a smart man.
And a good plumber. And it's about time to see if I can't follow in his footsteps.
Well, get your tools. Let's see what you can do. Only work fast, will you? I'm not going to pay you any overtime.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Go on, give him a hand. But work.
Chris?
Hi. Look, I'm sorry I'm late, but I was at Smokey's house and they don't have a phone.
That's all right. Come on in. Did you talk to Mr. D'Angelo?
Yes.
Well, honey, what happened? What did he say?
Nothing. Well, nothing happened to me, at least. Me, he wants to give a medal.
What are you talking about?
He's convinced that Smokey was using me, that she's some kind of con artist or something. So he pats me on the head and he's getting her expelled.
She's being expelled?
Mom, that's why I was at her house for so long. She's convinced her mother to move back to some valley in Arkansas where they can both get jobs, and it's not right.
Excuse me.
Mr. Witherspoon, come in, please.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chris. Please sit down.
No, it's okay. I tell you, we'll just stand.
Of course. What can I do for you?
Well, my granddaughter tells me that she's confessed to you, you know, her part in this little business with her pal Smokey.
Yes, she was quite forthright. I'm just sorry that...
She also tells me that you didn't do very much about it. Nothing to her, as a matter of fact.
Well, no, it was quite obvious where the blame lay.
It's funny, because what I see here are two bright young girls who both made a mistake. And only one of them's paying the price.
Only one of them was caught going through my files.
Maybe so. But I'm going to ask you something. Didn't you decide to punish her maybe because, maybe she didn't quite measure up, didn't quite fit the mold? Maybe you didn't like what she was wearing.
Well, first impressions are often quite accurate.
Sure are. As a matter of fact, my granddaughter saw something in that kid right off the bat. She saw a bright, young, eager kid with a great future. You see, you and I think we've been looking at where she came from and not where she's going.
So, what are you suggesting, Mr. Witherspoon? That a student be allowed to cheat on something as important as a scholarship exam?
Not on your life, sir. I think any kid that cheats on an exam ought to be punished. But I do think the punishment ought to fit the crime. You know what I mean? I don't think it ought to cancel out their future. I think it ought to kind of balance on the scale. And, Mr. D'Angelo, I think you're in charge of the scales.
Mr. D'Angelo said he's going to find you another scholarship. And he'll find you a good one.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to take more than a talking to turn his lights around.
Hard work. That scares you. Forget it.
Freeways scare me. Hard work comes natural.
Well, then, I guess you got it whipped.
So, what you decide, sugar? Are we staying or going?
You know, I really don't think it matters, Mama. 'Cause see, here or there, one way or another, I'm gonna get into medical school. And here or there, one way or another, you're just gonna be you. Drinking a little too much, waiting for good things to happen, just like magic. Like they hardly ever do, Mama.
I'm not sure I can stop drinking all by myself.
That's why it's good there's two of us. See, we can help each other along. Every step of the way.
You know, this isn't that bad. Maybe next week we can let all the dishes pile up again.
David.
No, really. We could let the lawn grow, and maybe a few other things. Then, like, one day we could all pitch in and work really hard, and the other days we could just kick back.
That's a great idea. Then we can also let the trash pile up for a whole week, or so have to put it somewhere. We could put it in your room.
Mom.
And then we'll let Arthur go for a walk maybe one day a week. And
Mom!
he can sleep in your room, too. What a good idea,
Mom.
huh?
Forget that idea, okay?
Okay.
You know, there is a way that we could all have several weeks off.
David, chores are a fact of life. You've got to get that.
Wait, tell us the rest.
Okay, say each person takes a week and does all the chores. Then the other people would have that week off. If we did it on a rotating schedule, each person could have 3 weeks off before it was their turn again.
Okay, what about a trial period? Of course, the problem is the water's been off for a while. We got a lot of dirty laundry, a lot of dirty dishes. I don't know who will go first.
David!
Wait a minute.
Now, David, you're not going to back out of this, are you?
Well, no, but...
Well, it's a terrific idea. I think you should start.
Yeah, it's your brilliant idea.
Right. That's great.
Mom.
You can start.
Mom.
Sure. Yeah.
Mom.
Come on.
Mom.
Let's go shopping.
Yeah.
Mom,
Goodbye, David.
Mom.
Don't forget to watch the dog.
Now, stay tuned for Encounters with the Unexplained.